Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are in the Moblin village, Shire, and want to do some quests, just side quests, and over there is one with a picture, so a quest chain, but I want to start with Divine Inspiration.
Danger Straits! Danger Straits! Venderbok's Twinkle Crafter has gone missing. Venderbok asked all around the village, and some say that he went to pay a visit to the Imperius, the giant prey place. But prey place is danger place, full of French-munching fiends. You are a fighter, are you not? Will you swartland for Venderbok and save our dear Twinkle Crafter from certain doom?
Wayward Artisan. You're looking for a Twinkle Crafter, that's me most likely. I'm one of a Moblin's contracted artisans specializing in jewel making. Venderbok was concerned for my safety, you say? How kind of her to send me my personal guard. I've ever been fascinated by the unique visual language of a Yok Huy, you see? I often visit this place to bask in its grand, imposing glory. Yet I've never once taken a step beyond this point. The beasts that lurk within are far too dangerous to risk delving any further. But with you at my side, I can finally make a detailed study of the rest of the ruins. Such as what remains of them, of course. 500 years have come and gone since the giants returned to their ancestral lands, and they have not been kind to the creations they left behind. Yet some of the larger structures still remain. This impressive gate for one. They say the Yok Huy towered to the arms above even the tallest Jabral, but I wonder if the architecture might have played some part in exaggerating those tales. No, they are actually quite large. Its sheer sense of scale serving to inflate the giant's own. But enough speculation, let us press on. I have much to discover. Pillars of stone overlooking the nave. Fascinating, isn't it? The simple combination of geometric shapes naturally draws one's eye to the center, all the while maintaining a delicate balance. As the sun traversed the sky, so too would the shadows of a tower above paint patterns on the ground below. And not just any patterns, oh no, calculations. Every stone cut and placed with mathematical precision, divining the movement of the stars and the changing of the seasons. A triumph of both form and function, true artistry. But wait, what's it over there by the cliff's edge? Quickly, with me! Now you use that to... Thank you, and forgive me for wasting a head like that. I was so absorbed in examining every ilm of its place, I clean forgot the reason I'd never done so before. But if anything is worth risking one's life for, it's surely this. Why, just look at this tower. It's a work of art. To the untrained eye, it might appear little more than a pile of stone, but look at how each brick is cut and positioned perfectly to align with its neighbors. Not a drop of mortar to hold them in place. The engravings too surely have some religious significance. They certainly inspire reverence in me. Yes, Inspiring reverence, that's the thing. Why else would the giants build their temple upon the cliff top, if not to make daily proof of the predominance of those who dwelt in the plains below, those who were beneath them in every way. One cannot help but admire them. Their creations should awe and exhilarate us even now, centuries since they have been gone. Thank you, my friend. My passion for jewel craft has been cooling of late, but now I'm positively burning with inspiration. If Yok Huy's creations can echo through ages, then so can mine. To Earthenshire and eternity!
Big thanks for bringing the Twinkle Crafter back to us. Not only is he safe and well, but full of mind truth too. He says that he found it in the giant's prey place. This need for mind fruit is common among the Potsworn. Some try to find it in history, some in nature, some even in firewater. It is our side of a potpact to keep them well supplied with it, a duty that is a constant source of brain pain. Oh, but all the ideas they come up with when they have it. Such fresh thinking. Bendabok can't wait to see what our friendly Twinkle Crafter Wrangle crafts next.
Okay, next I wanted to do Movamug. All good potpacts must come to an end.
You are Desiree, are you not? She who has been strength lending to Vuklamat? Could Movamug ask what your strength lent her in turn? The matter is this. Movamug's craftsman is to retire after long years. He lips that he intends to fancy craft one last masterpiece before he does so. But for this he needs a helphand of a strange face to the village. Anfroy is his name. He is always very murky-worded with his requests, so Movamug is not sure what helphand he needs, but if you could exchange tongue flags with him, she would be very, very happy fields.
Okay, and you are here? Anfroy. Yes, I'm Anfroy. Do I know? Wait, aren't you the friend of a third promise? The adventurer from across the water who was asking about the potpacts. Yeah, that's me. I see. Movamug sent you. I only said I needed the help of a stranger to Earthenshire. Trust her to pick an honest-to-goodness hero. The task I have for you is but a trifling one, but it's very near and dear to my heart. I want you to find out all you can about Movamug. There's nothing untoward about it, I assure you. I'm interested in what she's interested in. Her hobbies, her likes, her dislikes, what she holds dear and so forth. But for certain reasons that I share with you later, she can't know this. We've been working together for decades, but now, as my potpact is about to end, I find that I know next to nothing about her, but perhaps others who work closely with her moblins might? Cobbly? Movamug and Anfroy, yes, I know the pair well. She's famously very protective of him, sometimes even rejecting his patron's orders outright. It's not that she thinks him unequal to the task, you understand? Quite the opposite, in fact. She knows how exacting his standards are and how discontent he would be if his work failed to meet them. So anytime a patron attempts to make him lower his standards or design something differently to how he judges best, Movamug will always leap to his defense. As for what she enjoys, well, her delight in Anfroy's creations is not dulled at all in all the years they've worked together. I should think she likes nothing more.
Our blender wants to know what brain tickles Movamug? That's an easy task. Movamug never fliplets about anything other than her Potsworn, Anfroy. She says he's just as good a tricksy crafter as he is a crafty tricker, always playing crafty tricks. One day, Anfroy draws little arrows around the village, showing Potsworn how to leave Earthenshire without helphand eye-catching them. Many love-minded Potsworns follow the arrow and leave for secret hiding places in the woods. Mobbies are frighty fields over disappearing Potsworn. Potsworn come back all glitter teeth, but helphands are steam ears. All except Movamug. She goes around the village saying good word to every mobby for Anfroy's sneaky trick. Deep heart though. It is clear that she is nothing but happy feels to have him back.
Town optic? Or town optic?
What does Movamug value most? A Potsworn, of course. Any mobby who says otherwise is pipspeaker. She keeps the treasure he gave her a hard side at all times, or so she once slipped into Tarnotic. He hasn't a flimsy thought what this treasure might be, but whatever it is, it's sure proof of the friendship bond between them.
I'm back. Ah, so you're back. So what did you find out? Everyone was in agreement that what she cares about most is you. She really thinks that much of me? They say that moblin helphants love nothing more than helping their charges, but it seems it's true. Though it wouldn't hurt her to show it a little more often. But that's not the only thing you learned, and I thank you for it. You've given me exactly what I need, so I suppose it's about time I told you what I needed for. The truth is...
Is Desiree still hard at hand helping?
Yes, she is, so I thank you for not bothering us. You do remember that I specifically asked you to leave me be until the work is complete? Always such angry words. Movamug means no bother. Just needs to do daily mob duty, sharpening tools until they sparkle shine. And I'm telling you that I don't need you to. Not now anyway. I'm almost retired. All my commissions are already dealt with.
Until the end day of a potpact, Movamug will uphold her pact part. It is her duty as helphand.
Why do you always have to be so? I'm sorry, Movamug, but I'm going to have to put my foot down. I expressly forbid you from touching my tools until my work with Desiree is finished.
Then Movamug will do as Anfroy asks, though it makes her shamefaced. She will hand turn to other duties. If Anfroy needs her, he has only to hail call.
I wish it didn't have to do that, but I'll be needing every one of those tools to achieve my aim. That aim being to make a farewell present for Movamug. Not surprising. In all the years I've been working here, she's been my guardian angel, answering my every prayer before it even makes it to my lips. Even in these recent times when the helphands have grown too few for the number of Potsworn, her service hasn't lapsed an ilm. Now that my service is coming to an end, I wanted to do something just for her, to thank her for everything she's done for me. Yet despite her knowing me better than I do myself, I discovered that I didn't really know anything about her at all. I tried to speak with her, to learn what really makes her tick, but she always brushed me off, said that her only wish as a humble helphand was to see my wishes realized. That got me thinking. Perhaps she and the other moblins might be more willing to open up to someone who wasn't bound by the potpact. Someone like you. And by all the gods, the plan worked. I have an idea for a person now. All it remains is to craft it, but without Movamug's help, it might be a little more difficult than usual. If you'd be willing to play helphand a little longer, I'd make it worth your while. I can fly! So regarding ideas for my present for Movamug, A particular item of information that caught my eye was that nugget of Tarnotix. He said that she treasures the treasure that I once gave her, right? And then she would surely love something similar. Alas, I can't remember ever actually having given her a gift as such. It must have been very early in my career. Could you speak with Tarnotix again? I know he said he had no idea what the treasure was, but any little details he might have gleaned, its size or its shape, the occasion I gave it to her, might just be enough to jog my memory.
Anfroy is making buy gift for Movamug? Tarnotix wants to help him however he can, but Movamug is very tight-lipped, hardly ever slips self-thoughts. Tarnotix has already told Uplander everything he thinks he knows about her treasure. Why not ask Movamug straight face? Tarnotix can give Uplander perfect ask chance. Recent-wise, Movamug asked Tarnotix to bring her some crafty goods for a sneaky secret craft task. He managed to obtain the toolbox he ordered, but the second crafty good eluded him. Tarnotix is shame-faced post failure. He wants to make for hope smashing, so he sends a strong-arm adventurers who can succeed where he failed. Go, take the toolbox to Movamug and tell her Tarnotix sent you to help hand with a craft task. Lowlander help hand, not only craft hand, but help hand too. Has Desiree finished hand-helping Anfroy? This is from Tarnotix. He told you about my super secret craft husband? Hard swear, Movamug, you didn't lip-sync this to any mobby else.
I didn't.
Many thanks, Desiree. If it will not be a hinder medley in your helping task for Anfroy, I would happy feel to accept your offer. Movamug is trying her hand at crafty making. She wants to crafty make a special buy gift for Anfroy. Middle bits of present will be something very deep-feely to Movamug. A memory from 10 years ago, when she and he had just thumbprinted the potpact. Movamug found for Anfroy a big glitter sparkly ruby. A perfect middle bit for a piece of pricey dangly jangle. But Anfroy's squeezy pincher slipped and left a bad scratch on the jewel. He was so shamefaced about this, he tear-begged Movamug to take it and never let anybody else eye catch its poxy work. Movamug has close kept it to her heart ever since.
You must value it very much.
Did Tarnotix tell you about this too? My most high-value treasure? Yes, it is a ruby. It is a symbol of our potpact, of our journey together. As the journey comes to a long stop, it will make for a perfect buy gift. But as Tarnotix tongue flaps tell, Movamug needs certain other crafty good to make this buy gift. She would be hard thanky for Desiree's help, so long as she is sure to hush keep it from Anfroy. First things need to surely make that Anfroy is handful with busy work. Can't risk him eye-catching what Movamug and Desiree are doing. Would Desiree safe check for her?
Of course, I did give her that ruby, didn't I? It must have been the shock of ruining something so precious that made me forget all about it. Now that I think about it, it was right around the size of that ratty old leather pouch she always carrying around. Never even thought to ask what's inside. She must think me the most incurious, loud, and all Tural. Thank you, Desiree. You've opened my eyes and filled me to burst with ideas for our present. Oh, and thanks for agreeing to help Movamug with this little project of ours. Whatever it might be. So long as it keeps her out of my hair until I've finished my work, I shan't ask anymore.
Anfroy is busy hands with crafty work, then let us be busy hands too. Movamug knows where crafty stuff for buy gift can be found. As soon as you are ready, let the grab task begin.
Helping the helphand.
Ready this way? Then let the gather task begin. Our aim place is Many Fires, over the river to the east. Let us meet there and Movamug will mindshare more. Hail this way! Let's be fast tasking. The crafty stuff Movamug asked Tina to collect was Skill Strong Hide String. Movamug ordered it special-wise from Stuff Sender in Toliola. Little luck, Stuff Sender's wheelie wagon was upheld by the storm. Only way to get hide string now is to make it in Mobby's self. But for that, Movamug will need good hide. Big luck the Tegu that live to the southeast of here have very good hide indeed. Could Desiree help hand Movamug by out-seeking one and skin stripping it?
Dann Movamug.
Did Desiree slay the Tegu? Did Desiree get good hide? Oh yes, this is good hide. Very good hide. Even Movamug can make good hide string from this. Movamug is not a master maker like Anfroy, but she has some small crafty skill herself. She will pour her airy self into it, to show her thank you feels for all his years of crafty making. It is very rare for craft hand to end their potpact due to long year, you know. Every year a bit byword to a few craft hand. Those who want a scene change, and who no longer need mobby help, or who suffer from home sadness. Not Anfroy boy, you have stuck us to the end, hardly ever lip-slipping a moan word. It has been Movamug's long honor to be his helpant. But enough soppy talk. Let us backwalk to Earthenshire and see this buy-gift crafted before Anfroy mind catches we are gone. Desiree, trouble times, but crafty making will have to wait. Anfroy is nowhere to be eye-catched. He's vanished from the village.
Give as good as you get.
In past times, Anfroy only ever sneaky skipped when he was heavy burdened with craft work and needed a snooze rest. Why would he sneaky skip now?
Maybe he's making something a secret.
If Anfroy sneaky skipped to pastime hidey place, the Movamug think he knows how to find him. Once Anfroy played a crafty trick on every mobby. Cast little arrows around Earthenshire to show the Potsworn how to sneaky slip away to his secret hiding place without helphand eye-catching them. If Anfroy has sneaky slipped to the same hidey place, you just have to eye-catch the arrows. Please, Desiree, search your tiny size arrows around Earthenshire and find Anfroy.
The base of a wall bears the stain of age, but none are the shape of an arrow. You find what looks like some old graffiti. The symbols are too weathered to read, but as best you can make out, none of them were ever an arrow. You strain your eyes at a scratch on the wall and discover that it is in fact 3 scratches, clustered in a small yet distinct arrow shape. It appears to be directing you along the wall toward the northwest. You find some old graffiti that read Movamug. Perhaps it's written by Anfroy in his younger years? You see some scratches in the soil, but they form more of an asterisk than an arrow. You find an arrow pointing out of the ridges towards the west. This must be the direction in which Anfroy left Orphanshire. Thank you so much. It would have been a cruel twist of fate to be murdered by monsters just a few days before my retirement. I took this path to avoid being spotted by the moblins, only to get spotted by something far worse. It's a roundabout route to the correct cistern, a community of artisans, mostly those who used to work in Orphanshire before they ended their contracts. Seemed like a perfect place to make Movamug's present without her finding out. Come with me and I'll thank you properly once you're safe behind the gates. Here we are, safe and sound, thanks to you. Before we start work, let me introduce you to a good friend of mine. Desiree, meet Rustant, the finest artisan in all of Tural. Don't listen to a word he says. If I ever had any real talent, it withered long ago. That's the reason you find me here rather than in Orphanshire. Crafting's best left to the true master of the art, I say. That's why I'm letting Anfroy here use my workshop to make his gift for Movamug. I don't know if it's a good idea anymore, though. I was hoping she'd never find out that I left the village, and now that she has, she's going to be furious. Movamug's done so much for me over the years, but all I've ever given her is headaches. Will this gift be enough to make up for all that? She'll offer it, you see. I'm not sure I listen to a word of you. I'm not sure I listen to a word you say either. Well, even if she's angry with me, it wouldn't be the first time. All our years working together, that's been our way. She nags me, I fob her off with my work, fitting that it should end the same. I'll be done with the present soon enough. Would you mind heading back to Orphanshire before me? Let Movamug know that I'm safe and well, and I'll be home soon. He's fine.
It is a relief to hear that Anfroy is dangerous and healthy-wise. Movamug is still puzzle-brained, but he would far walk to the correct cistern, so... But no time for puzzle thinking. She needs to finish crafty making her buy-a-gift. When Anfroy backwalks to Orphanshire, we will have plenty time for gift-giving and grumble words. How many times must we trade tongue slams on this, Anfroy? You must not leave a pot wall alone. Wild place is danger place.
I know, and I'm sorry. I can see that I made you angry, but this will be the last time, so can we keep this lecture short?
Plenty well. Just fact-check me. Why did you sneaky work a way to crack the stone?
Go ahead. To make this. It's a present, a treasure box. I had heard you took a liking to that ruby I once gave you. Didn't seem right to keep something you supposedly treasure so much in a teddy old pouch, so...
This is from Movamug?
Mm-hmm.
Anfroy hides its deep fields with grumbly words. So Movamug will reply with grumbly words too. Movamug knows that Anfroy is a fop-minded and tweeny dresser, so he made her treasure into gaudy glitter dangle for him to hang around his neck.
You made your treasure into a necklace, and you're giving it to me? I can't accept this. If I did, you'd have nothing to put in the treasure box. All of my work would have been for naught.
Anfroy must accept it, and Movamug made it special-wise, so that even after his potpact ends and he leave takes Earthenshire, he will remember our long times together.
This is all your fault, you know? If you'd only told me what you wanted, I wouldn't have had to guess. And if you told me you were making me this necklace, I wouldn't have made you the box.
Movamug's fault? Only an adult brain would ever think of ruining a surprise spy gift.
You're saying I ruined it? If you ask me, we both ruined it, bickering like this until the very end. We're both of us irredeemable adult brains. Well, we do have a knack for handicrafts. This necklace of yours is a little rustic, perhaps, but anyone can see it was made with care. As for the box, take it. Perhaps your next Potsworn will earn you enough to buy a better treasure.
More grumbly words. Movamug has many smiley, full memories exchanging them with Anfroy. Only damp eyes bet it may be our last.
Apologies for making you witness that sorry spectacle. Thank you, Desiree, for helping with Movamug's gift and with mine too, apparently. It wasn't quite the perfect farewell scene I had in mind, but it was perfect for us.
Our potpact is an end, and so we must go strange ways. Anfroy to a new life, Movamug to a new craft hand. But so long as we hellburns fast keep the trust and respect we hold for our Potsworn in our hearts, and pass those same friendly fields to the next generation, the potpact shall live on.
Well, I suppose I should start packing. Though my potpack may be at an end, my career as an independent artisan is just beginning. Expect more gifts where that treasure box came from. Had to interrupt for a while. Anyway. Now, where to spend my hard-won freedom? I'm from Uldar originally, so anywhere but the desert. I've seen enough sand to last me a lifetime. The Landsguard's new clothes.
Movamug and Anfroy's potpact is an end. Now she must hand-help others. Sadfields, her next craft hand has not been decided yet, so she must help hand in other ways. First wise by caretaking tasks. Movamug receives tension from many flies that there is a tasker bear who wishes to task us of us. A fighty hand of a lance guard by name of Nanchi.
Oh.
Huh? Is he a friendly face of yours, Desiree? Then you must come with Movamug to exchange greedy words. Dealing with us taskers is a trickier task than Movamug thought.
Desiree, oh, I'm glad to see you. You got to help me. Since last we met, the Lance Guard sent me the length and breadth of Tural, seeking out 100 different materials that go into making our uniforms. Finally I ever thought I was done with it all. But when our armorer got injured, the only man in Tural with a skill to weave all the different materials together. I spoke with some of my senior officers and they recalled that the uniforms had originally been ordered from an Earthenshire artisan. They sent me out to find this man and ask if he'd restore them to the original design. But nothing in this life can ever go to plan.
Movamug has ear-caught tales of his armor crafter. Sad feels he's not Earthenshire crafthand anymore. He lives in the Krexistan, very difficult deer maker. May need Desiree's helphand to deer make. Let us fast foot there and Movamug will face swap you both of them.
I read about this place. It's a community of retired artisans. Oh, don't tell me the one I'm looking for has already laid down his tools. I was just about to set off on my travels when Movamug barrels back into the town and demands I help her with one last task. Do you know what this is all about?
Anfroy tells Movamug that the crafthand who freaky built the Lance Guard uniform is a man named Rustard. Rustard is an armor maker from across the West Plain, one with such crafty skill that the Dawn Servant gave him but asked task self-wise. But some years ago, he said that his crafty skills had started to off-drop, so he ended his potpact and moved out of here. If Movamug asks, Rustard will say no, but maybe friendly-faced Anfroy and worldly-wise Desiree can mind-change him.
So that's your game bringing me here. Well, alright, it can't hurt to try. The landscape were inaugurated soon after Tuliola's founding, but that was decades ago. If this Rustard character designed our armor way back then, he must be ancient by now.
Rustard broke his potpact because he felt his crafty skill starting to off-drop, but helphand saw no off-drop in crafty skill.
Remember, Rustard? I borrowed his workshop to make Movamug's farewell present. Anfroy told me what you're after. I'm sorry to have to disappoint, but these old hands of mine don't work like they used to. A lifetime of working metal takes its toll. I'm too tired and too frail to be journeying all the way to Toliola. I doubt I even make it there in one piece. It's a long journey and a hard one. We could ask the Lance Guard to haul all the materials here instead, but that wouldn't make it any easier for them. They'd have to organize boats and punutui and porters. It would likely take more than a single trip. And maybe we could ease the burden on both sides. Somewhere we could meet in the middle. How about setting up a workshop in Orkanu? That could work. Orkanu is not far and it has a boat landing. No need for Rustard to risk the rapids, not for Lance Guard to haul all those heavy crates to the top of the falls and beyond. If we can convince the Hanu to let us set up a workshop, there it could be the answer, but can we? Leave it to me. Your friend here seems confident enough. Well, if Hanu and the Lance Guard are both willing to make that concession, it would be churlish of me to refuse it. I can't promise you my best work, but I give you what I can. Already my tools? If you could let your friends by the gate know that they can start making their own preparations, I'd appreciate it.
Movamug will help hand however she can, if Armor Crafter will say happy words.
That sounds like a perfect compromise. I doubt my colleagues in Malanska would bark at the rearrangement, but I should probably check before making any promises I can't keep. Meanwhile, I expect Movamug will need to set up a workshop. It looks like talking to Lanuhanu about it is a job for you.
I need a favor.
To think that a master craftsman should seek to establish his workshop here in Okhanu. We are as surprised as we are gratified. I shall inform the villagers of our guests coming. Please make yourself comfortable until everyone arrives. Everything is in place for Worcester to craft new armor for the Landsguard. It falls to you to support his efforts till the end. As the crafting process may take several minutes, you may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Well, looks like we're all here. Thank you for making the journey, Rostad. Not at all. After everything you've all done to accommodate me, only right I return the favor. The Landsguard's uniform come in a few different flavors, so I was thinking I'd first make a sample of each. Starting with yours, Nanshi, the Peacekeeper's uniform. It's close to what I remember designing back in the day, but is it really the same? What do you think? Don't ask me, I don't know. Same here, perhaps I should start again from scratch. If I've learned anything over my career, is that you should trust your instincts and those of others. I should make it again and again and again until I know that it's perfect. It's perfect. You really think so? Well, if a fighter like you thinks it'll serve, I'll trust your judgment over mine. A suit of armor can be pretty as a picture, but so long as it doesn't protect its wearer's life, it's little more than a painted funeral shroud. I remember Gulul Jaja went at my samples hammer and tongs with spell and sword to see how the mannequin survived. The first few models, all he left was ash. It hurt my heart to see my creation so thoroughly laid to waste, but I soon learned. Anyway, on to the next pattern. This is for frontline fighters. The lighter construction allows for more movement. It's different. But is that right? Is any of this right? I don't know about you, but I can see myself fighting in it. It warms my heart to hear you say that. You're right. Each uniform embodies a different aspect of Kishai. So it's natural each should present a different face. Kishai isn't represented in one uniform alone. nor even in them all combined. Only a fool would think he could capture every aspect of a divine. The best you can hope is to find a way to imitate it through trial and error. And thanks to your support, I'm starting to feel as if I've done just that. To remember how it felt to happen upon these designs so many years ago. Let's see if I can repeat the trick one more time. And that's the last of a lot. I gave it my all, but was it enough? I think the Landscat will need more than one set each. And you'd be right, this is just a sample. Though with precisely the same particulars as the production model. I was hoping to get your opinion on it, but with you being such a well-traveled adventurer and all. Then I want one. You honor me, Desiree. These uniforms are for the Landscat, but the crafting method is no great secret. I'm sure they wouldn't begrudge you wearing one in solidarity. But first, now that I've won your approval for the designs, we have to put them into production. Anfroy, if you wouldn't mind lending me a hand. The last shipment is on its way down river to Tulliola. Finally, our work is done.
And very, very well done. Armor Crafter is just as sky-skilled as you ever was. To Movamug's eyes, leastwise. She is sure the Landscat will be just as happy fields as she.
So am I. It was a pleasure and a privilege to see you work, Rostand. There's a place for you in our armory if you'd be willing to take it. I thank you for giving me this chance. You made me feel like there might still be some use in these old bones. But if it's a job in the capital you're offering me, I'll have to turn you down. My river legs have long since deserted me. Why not simply continue this arrangement? You're welcome to remain here in Okanu. It is easier to bring crafting materials here than to haul them up the great stairs, no? Or perhaps Okbekpe might be a more desirable location for a workshop? There you would be among your own kind, not surrounded by Hanu and our unfamiliar ways. Whatever you wish, we shall see it granted. I take him up on that offer if I were you, Rostand. You never did lose your eye or your arm, only your confidence in them. It's time to start taking on commissions again. Even if you have to travel a few miles downriver to do it.
Movamug is same-minded. If Rostand needs any crafty goods, whether upfalls or downfalls, he need only ask for helphands.
Well, if you all insist. Excellent. As soon as I get back to Tulliola, let our armorers know they have a friend in Kozama'Uka. I'm sure they'll be only too glad to share the burden. Shall we? Huh. This shall mark the beginning of a new era of cooperation between Moblin and Hanu.
Movamug future gazes too. Many thanks to Rostand for bringing us all together. Earthenshire and the cracked cistern were far parted for long times. Now thanks to Rostand, crafty hands and helphands shall handhold not only across the gloss-fired bank, but across all Kozama'Uka.
Thank you for convincing me to open my toolbox again. It was exactly what I needed. Now, what I need most is a good night's sleep. I was so busy helping Rostand with the uniforms I didn't take the time to get a good look at this place until now. Isn't the architecture fascinating? I think I'll stick to touring Tural for the time being. I have a lot to learn here. But as I wander high and low, I'll be sure to come back to call on these two every so often. Can't wait to see the masterpieces Rustan crafts next, nor how this new friendship between Moblins and Hanu develops. Speaking of Moblins, I should be heading back to Elfenshire to finish packing my things for the road. Thank you for everything, Desiree. I pray that our paths cross again someday. Good, and with that I end this episode with the friendship of Moblins and Hanu. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace and don't get lost.